Today on All Things 80s, we're making a custom vintage Luke Skywalker. Welcome back to All Things 80s. Now, I recently did a review of the Hasbro The Vintage Collection Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot figure. Whilst I wasn't overly impressed by the figure itself, the helmet did impress me quite a lot, and it got me thinking if it would be possible to incorporate that in a custom vintage Kenner Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot figure. So I gave it some thought, and I think I know how I'm going to go about doing this. So this will be another of those videos that could go very well, or it could be an absolute disaster. But what I am hoping is that when I do the boil and pop on these vintage Kenner figures, I will get the figures whereby the head has the post as opposed to the body having the post, which happened the last time I tried this. So this might go down as tutorial number 2 in terms of boil and pop. So obviously step 1 is to get the heads off these two figures, and unlike the last time, I'm going to use a mug of hot water so that I can put the figures in upside down and they will stay submerged so the heads can soften and we can get them pulled off. So I'm going to give this 2 or 3 minutes to soften up, and once that's done we'll rip the heads off them. Okay, so it's been a few minutes since these have been in the hot water. Now what I'm hoping to do is take them out, pull the heads off, and immediately put the yellow hair Luke Skywalker onto the body of the X-Wing pilot. Now, I'm pretty certain these are going to be the peg heads, so I'm not sure how easily these will go back in, or if we have to sort of modify the peg in some way. But there's only one way to find out, so we're just going to go ahead, get these out, and see how easily these heads will come off. Let's see. This one, it's not too hot. Actually, this is coming out well, that's a fail because we've just broken the peg. All is not lost yet. There are ways of getting around this. So we'll put this to the side for now. But this was an example of what I wanted to have seen in the last video, whereby the body has the hole and the head has the peg that goes into the body. So slight fail, but all is not lost there. Maybe have to be a bit more careful with this one, because I would like to have this head remain intact. So let's see. Wow. You know what? This is not at all easy, which is a pity. Wow, this is really, really in there. In fact, I think I may have just stretched the plastic by doing this. I'm not sure. Let me see. No, it's not stretched. I'm thinking, is it possible that the water was too hot? I don't know. Let's see. Give it another go. Wow, this is not coming out at all easily. These are wedged in there really tightly. But I am getting enough that I could modify if I was to cut there, but I'd rather not do that if there's some way around it, and there's not. So okay, we have another broken head, except this time we do have enough of a stem to work with. So I'm going to take a moment to think about this, but I think I know what I'm going to do, but just give me one moment. Right, so as you can see, the original Luke head does fit quite well without any further modification, and it's actually in there completely securely, but I would much rather it was properly secured. So I'm thinking about just melting the tip of this to kind of give it a bit more a bit more area that we can force it in, and hopefully once it's in it can grab onto the hole here and stay in place. I'm going to try and melt it and just shape the end of this peg. So I've got a torch lighter here. So this could go horribly wrong as well. So let's see what happens. Right, so I've definitely managed to widen the end of the hole, the peg. So if we can force this in, it does catch, but you know what? I think we can actually go further with this. A little bit more. Right, this looks like it might work. Yeah, I mean, it's staying in place. It is slightly loose, but for the sake of display purposes, that is about perfect. Is it though? No, it's still kind of loose. Let me see. I think the problem is there's still a lot of the material from the original head stuck in there. So I just need to get something to sort of force that out of the way. So let me go and work on this and we'll see how that looks. Okay, so I just ended up using a poker just to sort of manipulate what was left of the original peg from the helmet head just to the side, and as a result I've managed to get the blonde-haired head in quite nicely, and it does still turn. It's a nice snug fit. So this is what I was looking for. Now, the helmet, I was thinking it would be nice to have a removable helmet, and it does actually work as such. If I just put this on, it fits not at all badly. If you can see there. However, what would be the point, because we already have a Luke X-Wing pilot with this helmet. So I want this figure to be done in such a way that we can see the orange flight suit as well as the blonde hair and have him holding the helmet. So what I'm going to do is, oh man, if I can get this helmet off. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend putting the modern helmet onto the vintage figurehead because it's an extremely tight fit, although it does actually work. Now, I'm going to have him holding the helmet. Now, this Luke figure is one of the best blaster holding figures that Kenner ever made because his hand has been sculpted in such a way that it fits the blaster perfectly. However, I want to take advantage of that sculpting to have him holding his helmet by the strap. So to do that, I'm just going to make a small incision where the index finger meets the thumb, and hopefully that will allow me to fit the strap of the helmet in like so. And then I think we're done. So this is my first ever custom. I mean, if you can really call it that. It was just a case of switching heads, let's be honest. These figures, I have to say that was not at all enjoyable doing that boil and pop on those. It was almost a complete disaster. Thankfully, the blonde-haired Luke maintained the majority of the peg unlike the X-Wing head that just completely broke off under his chin. So this was it. I think it looks quite good, to be honest. It's at least it's different enough from the original that it will have a nice place in my collection. So there we go, custom Luke X-Wing pilot. Not bad. Did you enjoy watching that? I hope you did. If you did, please like, please subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.